Welcome on back, dreamers and new folk. This is a special edition of the Rapid Runs Dream Race Recap. The Dream Races are intended to go ahead and showcase individuals' talents ranging from musical opening acts to racing, speedrunning, and even challenge runs of their respective games on display. The third event of Jumpstart January's Dream Races was a two-way best 2 of 3 race in Batman the video game. This race featured 2 different styles of racing, ranging from your TAS, high-risk, high-reward routing, and then the consistently save-to-execute strats between both Sidetrakkd and RiYANN. Commentary for this run was done by Junkyard Dave and myself. Let's see how it turned out. Okay, I'm ready. And remember, folks, this is the best 2 of 3. So even after one run is done, don't turn the dial, because that's not the official winner of this race scenario here, because it's a best 2 out of 3. I'm hoping this goes to 3 games, though. I'm really hoping to see that. But it's up to the runners to decide that for us. And yeah, so we're ready as far as the announcing, as far as the visual effects over here on our side. Are the runners ready? If the runners are ready, go ahead and go to your start screens.
Yo, Ryan, just immediately, man.
Whoa.
He's ready to throw down.
All right, I'll let Dave also do the countdown for this as well, if he does not mind.
Sure, we can do that.
Let me test this. Okay, timer does work. All right, cool.
Are you guys ready on 3, 2, 1, go? It's a little bit tricky. So Batman... Okay, actually, you know what? Let's think about that for a second, because there is actually manipulation right off the very beginning of the game.
Okay.
So they don't want to be... Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll say...
You do what you need to do, so I know to just work the timer. That's all.
All right. We'll say 3, 2, 1, and then you guys reset. How about that? Does that work for you guys? Because there is a manipulation right off the start.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And then that way...
Well, actually, that gives me a chance here anyways to change the game title, because we're not doing Mega Man 4 anymore. We're doing Batman.
Okay. Alright, looks like they're ready. Okay. Well, good luck, you guys. So we'll say 3, 2, 1. So right off the start, they're gonna reset and hold start like that.
Oh, okay.
Just because they really want to make sure that they manipulate the joke earlier on. Whoops, did we have a false start? Sidetrakkd looks like he was sleeping. Okay, well anyway, this is Act 1. Act 1 is kind of easy. Act 1 is probably the most important screen in the game. One of the most important screens in the game. And RiYANN does it really differently. RiYANN is a very interesting brain because he's one of the few Batman tasters in this game.
Ah, okay, cool.
He actually is doing a lot of strats, a couple of strats actually, that I don't even go for yet. In particular, 3-3 is one of those screens. He also kills the moth differently, and he also has a different 1-1. So he actually leaves 1-1 with almost 90 plus ammo. Where I think Sidetrakkd does like the old method where he'll leave at either 70-ish or something like that, 72 or 74. 1-2 is relatively easy. And this ninja coming up, depending what they're doing. So, okay, RiYANN's playing it safe. He's just going to attack the ninja from behind. There is a 2-pixel window that you can throw that batarang to stop the ninja from following you. And this moth is one of the first sources of RNG. So this is RiYANN's kill. It's slightly faster. Or it's actually on pace, I think, actually, with the task kill that I do. But it's a variation, which you'll see Sidetrakkd here do... Okay, he tried for the task kill, but the moth is being a jerk.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the moth has a 30 to 50% chance, depending on the pixel that you're standing on, to swoop.
Okay.
He did not swoop for Sidetrakkd, but he swooped for RiYANN. The moth is like one of the main sources of RNG you cannot control.
Got it. Okay, that's why there's resets I've seen for other runners.
Yes,
okay.
He is a reset machine.
Got it, got it.
So moving into Act 2. Act 2 is actually kind of a weird backstory. Like when I started this in the grandpa days of old, It was like the most free act, like easy. And as the route develops and like time passes and stuff like that, Act 2 by far is the hardest act in the entire game now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2-1 and 2-3 in particular have nasty 1 to 2 frame jumps that you have to do. And at the very top of 2-2 here, you'll see it approaching on Ryan's screen. He will maybe, I'm not sure, go for what's called the TAS jumps. And I think the window to do those is a 2 pixel window. So he's gonna get like right up underneath the little square. And he has literally 2 pixels to like jump and wrap around the block if he goes for it. And he did try. So you got the first one, and there's one right coming up right after. So that was a good backup. So 1 out of 2. I commend you for going for the TAS jumps, because even though it's not a huge deal if we fail it, it's actually a huge deal if we fail it, because starting in 2-2, your health matters for the rest of the game.
Oh, really? I would not have known that. Okay.
Yep, we're on a very strict health route. So ideally you want to kill them.
Is that why?
No, it's because the boss, every time that you kill a boss, you don't actually get your health refilled. You only get 4 hearts back.
Oh.
And health drops in this game are ridiculously bad. It's a 12.5% chance that a heart will drop. So you can't count on hearts like basically ever dropping.
Fair enough. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, so ideally you want to kill this boss coming up that Ryan's approaching here in his screen at 4 health
or more,
basically, so it recovers your entire bar. Well, that was a little bit more damage than needed, but probably gonna play it safe on the last part there. Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Avoid the hit.
That makes
sidetracked into. So if you watch Ryan, he'll stop. Okay, he took a hit there. Ryan actually has a lot of interesting strats on this stage too. In all of Act 3, if you see him accidentally pause the game, it's actually very intentional.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay.
So how that works is the global timer actually continues when you pause. And these jumper patterns also cycle like every 0.3 or 0.4.
Wow.
So if you get a bad jumper pattern, some people, there's different ways to manipulate them, but Ryan is definitely a fan of the pause. He pauses in 3-1, 3-2, and 3-3, or sorry, 3-3, sorry, 4-1. So 3-1, 3-2, and 4-1. See it like right there.
Okay.
So that manipulated the hopper so you didn't jump at him.
So less damage taken, for example.
Yeah. Well, the hoppers, if they follow you, are a nightmare.
Yes, the casual playthrough, I was like, I feel like I'm doing what Dave would do. He just goes through here. What the heck, And it's like, no, they're just destroying me, absolutely melting me.
They're awful. So sidetrack actually had the best RNG falling down there, and this upcoming here where he jumps in between those mines.
Yeah.
That's actually a strat that I don't even go for yet. So it's again kind of the stuff that Ryan goes for and he's tasked himself. So it's very cool to see that. Whereas like sidetrack just jumps off the ledge there, so you save about 0.3 jumping in the mines like that.
Interesting. So taking that damage boost was more helpful than was it detrimental to the overall health and scheme of the run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ryan's gonna have to skip these cogs coming up. There is a way that maybe sidetrack will do it. I'm not sure if he feels comfortable. These cog skips are actually a 1 or 2 frame jump depending on how you set it up.
Okay. Yeah, I hated climbing up this stuff, just casually playing it, because literally it felt like there was no room for error.
Yeah, well, health is really important. Okay, so I commend sidetrack for trying that. Those are not good jumps. Ryan's actually going to take a death. Interesting. So you need 3 or 4 health. I don't know if Ryan knows, I guess, like the old quick kill. Because you can kill that guy at 3 health.
Okay. Yeah, I always try to get here when I was playing casually with full health, because this is the guy I was talking about that just destroyed me over and over and over again.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. That kind of set the level to be a little bit more even, because I think even the fastest that's a good spot to die if you have to die.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay.
But realistically, like you're still losing probably like 8 seconds or something like that there.
Gotcha.
So that gave sidetrack a little bit of breathing room to catch up. But yeah, there's 2 different variations of that quick call on the Act 3 boss. You can again see Ryan with his pause strats there.
Right.
And one takes 3 health and one takes 4 health. So 4-1 is actually a really nasty screen. That's another spot where there's a lot of RNG. And both of them got through that pretty well. 4-2 is really a weird screen in terms of the run. It's actually probably the easiest screen in my opinion in the entire game.
Oh, okay. So what makes it
And
easy
it's
compared to
sandwiched.
others?
Yeah, well, it's weird because it's like sandwiched between 4-1, which is one of the harder screens in the entire game, and then 4-3 is like probably top 3 hardest screens in the entire game.
Oh, okay.
So you get like this nice little break where you can kind of like relax a little bit, but then you're like thrust right back into it. So,
Gotcha. Right back into the fire. Okay.
yeah.
Now, is it helpful to jump into those scenes, or is that just pizzazz?
Some actually yes, because Batman falls at like a faster acceleration as he's falling down compared to if he's like running.
Cool.
But you do lose 0.1 if you're jumping. But if you're automatically jumping, like if you have to jump anyway and you're falling into the screen transition, then it is faster.
Cool. Okay.
But if you're just jumping for no reason, then no, it would be slower.
That makes sense. Okay.
And
cool.
This little spike car coming up, they're both opting to shoot it. I also respect that. That little spike car is something, and we call him Diggler.
Okay.
And he is absolutely one of the worst parts of this run because he's a 2-frame jump. He is like notorious for killing runs. And if you fail him, you will fall down and you'll probably lose about 12.5 seconds or so.
Wow.
But if you don't fail him, it's a 2-frame, 3-frame jump, and you save like 0.5. So it's like the biggest lopsided.
Yeah, 13-second swing. Wow.
Yeah. So RiYANN opting for the fast cube kill. I like to see that. Sidetracked right behind him.
Yeah, this is nice and close.
Alright, so RiYANN's out there. So Sidetracked still doing the death on the cubes. Sidetracked still doing the old cube setup. Oh no, sorry, I'm an idiot. He's not. Okay, he's doing the fast cubes too. Good job, Sidetracked. I'm just dumb, apparently. I can't do that.
Don't worry, that was just grandpa brain, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's setting in. I wasn't lying.
Yeah, see, folks, he proved it right once again, you know? He might be a jokester sometimes, but he's also a very accurate other times.
I'm an honest grandpa, okay? Okay, so this climb is another one of these really awful areas. RiYANN actually opting for the damage boost. So these jumps you probably have experienced if you've ever played this game casually.
Yes.
When RiYANN's coming up here to this jump, in particular right here, this is actually a 1 pixel jump depending on where you jump from, and casually it is like one of the hardest jumps in the entire game.
Oh yeah.
So many people get stuck up on those cogs. And there's technically 4 pixels you can jump from, but each pixel is 1 pixel, and they all require different jump heights.
Wow.
So Firebug is the heartbreaker of the run. You have a 2-pixel window to loop him like this. Oh, and he broke out. So this is where it gets a little bit dangerous. Okay. This is where it could be anybody's game still. Like Firebug is easily the worst part of this run.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Not only do you have a 2-pixel window to loop Firebug, your batterings have to be like 3 or 4 frames apart so he doesn't jump away on you.
Gotcha. Okay. This is coming down to the wire here. Wow.
So the Joker, ironically casually, is incredibly tough, but during the speedrun, he's actually probably one of the easier boss kills. So RiYANN just missed out on the glitch there. There's a 1-frame glitch that can happen if you kill the Joker.
So GG on RiYANN for taking that first W.
Let's see if Sidetrack gets the glitch.
Let me know when to split.
Yeah. So it's when Batman starts to fade out there. He'll run around and stop moving, then he'll turn black. But GG,
wow.
guys.
Amazing though, right? That, folks, that's only round 1. Remember, you have to win 2 to become the winner of this race right here. That was exciting. That was some good stuff right there. So now I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable, you know, jumping in here and there now, because obviously you could tell I was asking Dave a lot more questions like, is that good? Is that, you know, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, there's so much information to like convey. Like it just doesn't stop when it comes to Batman.
And look at all these GGs in the chat. Definitely get these runners some GGs. I don't know. This seemed like a tough one to race, and this is already super exciting.
Ah, that's why there is a delay. Okay, that's good to know.
Wow. Exciting. Folks, look at this. What I tell you, it took me about somewhere between 5.5 and 6 hours, and combined, they both beat it in under 11 minutes. Under 11 minutes. And they had a couple of deaths apiece somewhere in the run. Like, what? Dave's voice is amazing. Yeah, Dave doesn't need to take advantage of showing off his pecs on stream like I do, you know? Because Dave's got the voice for this stuff. That's why we're super happy he's able to join us for commentary, because it's really a treat.
I mean, I got lucky there. I have a problem with shutting up, so it works out well.
Hey, you just playing your grandpa role to the T, you know? It's okay. Oh, yeah, Dave has an 8-pack. That's why he doesn't show it, you know? Do the runners need any breathers, or are they ready for round 2?
It's a good question. You guys tell me.
Yeah, they can let us know.
Especially Ryan. This is actually Ryan's first race, as far as I know, so maybe there's some nerves there, maybe there's not.
Okay. Well, hey, nice start, though. 1-0 on the first race. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, just ready. He's ready. He just wants to go, dude.
Okay.
He's out for blood. You guys ready again?
Because now I got visuals again. We're good there. Visuals are good.
Yeah, I had no idea that was a thing. If you minimized it, apparently.
Well, I thought it was going to pop back up. That's what I assumed was going to happen. That's why I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm like, wait, nope, they're both starting. Okay, I don't see it now. Never mind. Speak up, Jen.
All right. If you guys are ready, we'll do it again. 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, go. All right, there we go. Much better.
All right, here it is. Now, does the run start timer-wise when you get control of Batman or when you hit start on the menu?
It's when you get control of Batman.
Cool. Okay, good. That's what I was trying to time it with that time.
Yeah, there's a bit of a backstory there a long time ago. There was a glitch that was found, but they never changed the timing rules.
Oh.
So basically what the glitch does is when Joker dies, there's 1 frame where you can kill the Joker. Yeah. As the lightning is coming down and hitting the ground. And if you manage to kill the Joker on the same frame that the lightning is hitting the ground, the cinematic cutscene where like Joker's on the ground and he kind of like reaches up at Batman and he like falls back down. Yeah. It actually just like cuts out. So you actually save like 3 or 4 seconds. So a long time ago, I don't know if they had like a discussion or not, but maybe the idea was the Joker glitch would never become part of the run, so it didn't matter. Oh. And now it's mandatory in the run.
Right. I mean, so, it's worth 3 seconds in a run like this. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's huge. It's the single biggest time save. Actually, I guess the second single biggest time save. The new cubes, Andy and Dexter figured out a long time ago. Okay. Was the biggest time save to come along in Batman. All right, so what you gonna do with this mod?
Yeah,
perfect, dude.
Nice. All right, folks. We're up for a really tight race.
Agreed.
Here we go. This is awesome. Right? Yeah, that was in sync, both of theirs.
If the moth doesn't swoop, you lose about 1.5 seconds. So just the fact that, again, it's so nice. Like the moth is never good in like a marathon or race setting. Right. Like it never treats anybody fairly. So that was very good to see that he just unanimously agreed for once and said yes.
That's I mean, because the first one out of the gates I was like, oh shoot, they both had different ones, but this time they both got the same one and then crushed it. That was cool.
Dude, the sync, look at that.
Yeah, this
literally frames apart.
This is good.
Yeah. So it's worth saying Ryan has a 1019 as of today.
Okay.
And sidetrakkd has a 1015 of 2 years ago, actually.
Oh wow, okay.
So he moved on to like different games and kind of took a break from streaming. So it's very cool to see him back in general.
Awesome. So that's a cool side story.
It is. It's like older generation versus new generation, which I like that a lot. But it's just the fact.
How old generation are you considered then?
Older than sidetrakkd. We're like great grandpa territory at this point. I made a joke when Flib was talking with like that voice thing.
Yes.
And I said it just reminds me of like the Prohibition era. Oh, like God. I was part of that Prohibition era. That's how old we are.
Dang it. Dave.
So in the actual
shoot.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Keep going, Dave.
No, I was gonna say in the actual speedrun, when you're on pace, like this is incredible again that they're just really tight like this. But you're actually racing against the clock for like the first 3.5 minutes of this run because the pace that you enter the boss door actually determines the pattern that you're gonna get.
Oh, so there's like a global timer, right?
Yeah. Okay. So entering anywhere from 3:32 to like 3:38, you could probably tell what pattern you're gonna get. So I don't know if sidetrakkd is gonna be aware. I think RiYANN's gonna be a little bit random here just because he kind of took some extra hits entering.
Okay.
But that's why Act 2 is notoriously difficult now because you don't have any breathing room at all. Like everything needs to be perfect to make sure that you get a good boss pattern.
Okay.
So there is a 0.3 manipulation, like 0.3 seconds to manipulate the hoppers on the screen.
Okay.
sidetrakkd did go for it, and RiYANN also goes for it.
Okay.
And they both ended up manipulating the hoppers correctly.
Oh, so this
and doing that makes this screen a lot better, a lot cleaner. And there is kind of a manipulation for these two hoppers coming up, but it depends on the last pattern that you get.
Oh, okay.
Leaving 3-1.
Does that
so
mean
see again?
Okay, that's why the pause came in. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. sidetrakkd getting a little bit of a beat down there with this hopper.
Those hoppers are terrible.
Yeah, they're literally programmed to like basically track you.
See, I'm surprised, like in any of the comics, the hoppers weren't actually a part of Batman's thing because they seem unstoppable in this run.
I think it was just something created for this, right? I'm not sure if it was ever.
Yeah, I don't recognize them otherwise.
No. All right, so RiYANN pulling ahead a bit there, but as we saw last time, he's doing fantastic for ammo. He has an incredible amount of ammo.
Yeah, the ammo looks good.
So he's missing 1 health. He's probably going to skip these coming up again, especially if he doesn't seem to know that backup kill. See, he does skip the cogs here. And sidetrakkd's going to have to skip the cogs too. His health is too low. So it'll be interesting to see. sidetrakkd really needs a heart coming up.
Okay.
If he doesn't get a heart, I'm curious if he knows the backup kill.
Is it a guaranteed 1 in 8 drop, or is it like a little bit variable 1 in 8 drop?
It still varies because of how the ammo cycles.
Got it.
But between all the possible drops, there's a 12.5% chance. So there you go. Grandpa sidetrakkd knows the grandpa kill. Oh, but he dies. No.
Oh, dang. Okay. But that's what you would have done otherwise. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, the first breathing room of this whole entire run. I know, right? It was literally like a frame or two difference up until that little moment.
Yeah, really, really close. So the one advantage that sidetrakkd has dying is his health is a little bit better.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
But still, that comes with the time loss. RiYANN enters this screen at a better pace with better ammo, or at least decent ammo, but his health is really low for this screen.
Do you lose your ammo if you die?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, it's because more ammo is used just to kill the boss. Period.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, like if you use like 10 or something and die, it doesn't come back or anything like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Because I was like, wait, what about the ammo so bad? That makes sense because you'd use some to fight the first time, die, and then you'd have to get ammo to make up for the fact that you had to use it on the second for the kill. Okay.
Yeah, and ammo in this is a 37.5% drop, so it's kind of reliable, but not always.
A little bit more than a third, which is nice, but again, that's still not like 50-50.
No. And it's a little bit tricky too because going into Act 3 and 4, you use a lot of ammo to pass through enemies, but not necessarily kill enemies for drops.
What's funny you say that is that was one thing not that I was doing it perfectly by any means, but when I was playing casually, there's a lot of times I was applying a lot of those things like, I'm not going to really fight this enemy, I'm going to hit it to kind of stun it so I can get through it with iframes, right?
Yeah, and that's like one of the main kind of like defining features of the speedrun is you can hit an enemy and kind of pass through its iframes. This would be completely different if you hit an enemy, but they could still hurt you.
Right.
Oh, Ryan's not. Oh, that's a huge death.
Darn.
That's gonna send them all the way back to 4-3 at the beginning. So there's just a lead change now.
Okay. So this is the lead change now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like health in there is really scary.
That makes sense.
Because coming up in 4-3, like there's a lot of ways that you can die here. And taking a death specifically late in 4-3 is like probably one of the worst places that you can die.
Okay. What would be the actual worst place if you feel there is one that's worse?
I think it's actually 4-3.
Oh, okay.
If you can't reset like this screen, you probably get sent back almost a minute. So it's pretty rough.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe the top of 5-1, but I think 4-3 is the worst. Oh,
dang. Okay, it's gonna make it close again.
So this is where it's going to be a little bit interesting too, because sidetrackd has died twice, so he has no more lives.
Oh, okay.
So the game is a little bit kind of generous. If you die, and you have a life, you start from wherever you died.
Yeah.
But if you die and you don't have a life, you get sent back to like the first part of that stage.
That makes sense.
Like if you're
no checkpoint, you go back to the start of the stage.
Yeah, it's kind of old school like that.
That makes sense. I think I remember dealing with that. Because there'd be times I'd actually intentionally die on some sections, so I'd have full health, but knowing I would be at a checkpoint instead of at the beginning of the level.
Correct. So at least entering 5-1, Ryan has like an extra stock, but that basically means sidetrackd can't die at all.
Got it.
Because a death for Ryan means he again starts whatever he is at, but if sidetrackd dies, it's literally all the way back to the first part of the screen.
Okay.
So he just needs to make sure Firebug and Joker are perfect, which is easy.
What you want, of course, right? But no guarantee that's how it's going to go. Okay, so we're going to be in a very sweat fest coming up here soon. Digging it.
Ryan, in a really rough... That was a good save. He's got to take the climb a little bit more careful here. Oh, okay. So this is the crazy part. If sidetrackd dies, that's it. Like there's going to be another lead change.
Right. Oh wow! I was sorry, folks. I got quiet there. I didn't know it was gonna happen. All right, Joker's being cool. Whew.
All right, GG sidetrackd.
Nice. 11-13 on that one, I think. Yeah, get some GGs in the chat. Folks, we get to see a third run. That's what we get. We get to see one more. They wanted to make it exciting. Right? Yeah. Everyone's stoked. As much as, I'm sure Ryan wanted to get the sweep, but everyone's like, what? A third run? Let's do this thing.
Mashing was awful. Wow.
You convinced me it was great. I couldn't do that on this run.
Well, Batman's actually really interesting in the sense that it's not a mash.
Only a couple
like
spots.
If you mash, well, that's the thing. Like if you mash too fast, like you actually get punished. I appreciate Ryan trying to go for the Joker glitch side.
All right, GG's though, folks. GG's. Hot dang. This has been exciting and a half. Isn't it? So
that's the best part of a bat. Like it's so volatile. This run, like a marathon or race setting.
Wow. This is good.
Yeah, it can literally swing either way. And when it's like when both people are consistent, it's even better.
That's what I mean. Like it was unbelievable. The lead change here, the lead change there. Oh, this is going to cost this here. Okay, it's catching up. Oh, there's a little bit there that changed. Wow. And then knowing that sidetrackd was on his last life or whatever for that part, and I was like, oh no, Firebug! Wow, that was cool. That was really cool. Do the runners need a little break before their final run, or are they good to go for this last awesome, nail-biting Batman race? Yeah, Dave's a national treasure. I know he's from another country, but we're going to claim him for at least tonight, you know?
Dude, you know what? I would like to exist on what? No, seriously. I would like to exist one day on Twitch without being called out for being a Canadian, okay? Just one day.
Go on.
Literally. Everyone's always pointing at me like, oh, Canadian. It's like, why? You know what? Sidetrakkd's also a Canadian. He can share my pain. He knows what this is all about, okay?
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, D&D, thank you so much. That's kind of you. Okay, all right. If the runners are ready, I know I'm ready. Dave might not be ready now that I just harassed him, so we'll definitely work with that a little bit.
Alright, so double check, you guys. You guys are ready again? I assume so.
Thanks, Bat. I appreciate that.
Yep, okay. So again, we'll go 3, 2, 1, and then go. Alright, I'll count it down in Discord again. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go, folks. One more time around.
I have a pet moose. I don't know if I have a pet moose. Alright, so actually all 3 races so far have started off pretty good in the sense that stage 1 wasn't a catastrophe. Oh, I spoke to commentator's curse, literally. I'm sorry, Sidetrakkd.
Was it a certain item drop or something like that? Is that what that was? That is different than normal? I missed it.
The whole global changes. I would say most people, okay, especially already, like if you're Sidetrakkd or RiYANN, I'm actually curious where they feel that they lose control of like the global cycle when it comes to the ammo.
Okay. So that's something
but I would say like
I couldn't tell. I thought it was about the same.
Yeah, no. If you basically take a hit, like it shifts the ammo cycle over.
Oh wow! Okay.
But it's for the. It's not just for like that one screen. It's like literally like the rest of the game because the global doesn't stop between stages or anything, right?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, of course not. Once the global's global, it's global.
Yeah. So you can already tell they're getting weird patterns because this.
Yeah.
Whoa, man! How did that happen? that might be the worst death in the entire game, actually. Because you're sent all the way back. Literally.
The beginning of that part. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Although the moth is really not cooperating.
No, I just noticed that too. I was like, wait a second. It looks like the moth here definitely wanted to give a terrible pattern. My gosh.
All five is the absolute maximum.
Okay, I was like, did it
I think
stop?
he can shoot 6 actually.
Oh my gosh, what's this moth doing?
Oh, the moth. There we go. Finally free. Okay, what a stage 1.
No, really. After the stage, you just said stage 1's has been doing pretty good, and then like,
yeah,
this is crazy.
I'll just be silent for the rest of the race.
No, you need to keep talking to get him back on the right cycle again.
No, me talking caused this whole mess to begin with.
Right.
Like...
The only way to fix it is to keep talking to get it back on the right cycle, right, folks? Yeah. They know. They're all grabbing their hair.
Alright, so that actually was very weird. Wow. Both of what happened there. Both Sidetrakkd dying on that ninja, but then RiYANN struggling with the moth. Because the difference between the combination of both isn't that bad.
Wow.
Like the fact RiYANN's only about, I would guess and say like 20 seconds ahead is a lot closer than it should be right now.
Right.
So, I mean, that's like maybe one bad death from RiYANN and it catches up.
All right, folks.
And this is where... yeah. Well, this is where like the entire run, I think, becomes uncomfortable for them too.
Okay.
Because as I was just saying, like if you leave 1-1 on like a consistent pace or something like that, you kind of know what you're going to get, like what enemies are going to drop ammo and stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe even hearts to some extent. I would believe that these guys, like at least through probably Act 2, understand the global. But as soon as you take like a weird death or like a bunch of hits, like you don't have that reassurance anymore.
Right.
So a lot of the ammo farming,
right? Like if you're like you actually had like a good internal counter on what you did, you probably wouldn't know what the heck's going on next, right?
No, and it's problematic because a lot of the farming is kind of done in like stage 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then in 3 and 4, it's really ammo heavy, but you don't, again, kill a lot of enemies in 3 and 4.
Okay.
You just pass through them.
That's
so you're
right.
using a lot of ammo in those 2 acts, but you're not getting a lot of ammo back. So if you enter those 2 acts with like not a lot, then it's also pretty problematic.
That makes sense because you'll use your ammo to get through them, but then you'll be at nothing, which is going to put you in a predicament at some point later on in that run.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, like literally as Dante said, like everything gets out of whack.
Okay.
It's, plus you don't know what boss pattern you're going to get here. I would say, you know, like if you're relatively pretty good at this game, you could probably understand like maybe from 332 up until like 340. But if you're getting here because you died at like 346 or something, like I don't know how many people know what pattern you're gonna get from the boss there.
Wow, and that was super close. Good work on RiYANN getting that kill with only 1 hit left.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a death. But nope,
well,
clutched it out.
No, it's pretty good. There's gonna be this hopper's gonna chase him. So that's the danger.
Okay.
This is not a... Yeah, that's a rough one. I knew that hopper was going to chase him just because he was going to long jump at him like that, but
okay.
Jumping away from that hopper if he's going to chase you is really rough.
So we're
and this is again
where frames now, or not, or a couple seconds, I should say, at this point.
Yeah, it's again, and this is where it's going to be a really tricky situation because if RiYANN is low health and he needs to die, he's going to have to pick a very selective spot. Like, it's going to have to be at the beginning of a level now to reset his continuous.
That way, that makes sense. Yes, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when they have, like, low health and they're kind of running this for the first time, actually going through Act 3 and then not taking a bunch of damage is hard. Yeah, so a lot of people die at the boss. But RiYANN won't have that luxury. So he needs to, with 12 ammo, he has full health, but he needs to, with 12 ammo, kind of maintain...
Okay, right.
It's asking a lot.
Because your ammo, no matter what item, it goes towards any item you decide to use, right? Between battering, the shot, the missile, I guess.
Correct. The global pool is used, but the weapon uses different amounts. So the battering uses...
okay.
Yeah, the battering uses 1, the pistol uses 2, and the dirk uses 3. The dirk being like that weird spread shot thing.
Yeah, okay.
So RiYANN's like barely hanging on when it comes to ammo.
Okay.
And you really want to, like, the bare minimum when you get up there, like probably 15 for the quick kill.
Okay.
So the fact that he's like just under that threshold, like he really wants one of these enemies. Actually, he killed that guy probably hoping for an ammo drop.
Okay, that makes sense.
So hopefully one of these enemies or the tank up there drops at least some ammo.
Because otherwise it's going to come down to punching to finish off this boss otherwise?
Partially, yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to be a really big problem here because it's going to take probably about like 14 or 15 depending on what he does. But he's going to have a very low amount of ammo entering Act 4.
Got it. Okay.
So 5 ammo entering Act 4 is never a situation you want to be in.
Okay, I follow.
Because a lot of the strats here involve throwing dirks.
Oh, and those take a lot, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's every dirk is 3.
Okay.
And you can see what happens if, again, you don't have ammo. Like, this is, again, a rough situation. Oh, RiYANN, you can do it, I believe. Oh, good job.
Oh, gosh, my stomach, folks. I'm sorry that this is so intense right now.
Sidetracked.
All right, folks. Again, making it tight all over the place.
Really rough on resources here, because if I'm keeping track, RiYANN has 0 lives left, still. And almost no ammo. And almost no health. So
wow, okay.
he's really kind of scraping together. And Sidetracked, I think, is actually on his 0 life too.
I think so.
Oh, see, there you go. Now there's gonna be literally, oh, like literally again, the lead change.
Look at the yeah, folks. This last one, you want it to be close. It's gonna be an eventful finish here for this third one. Wow, this is crazy.
It is crazy how like the deaths just transfer that.
You're
That's
like,
what I mean.
"Push
Batman,
right
it's
ahead." Nope. Now it's about even again.
yeah, literally, like it's almost back to back again.
Wow.
So sidetrack, not doing horrible. His ammo is pretty good.
Okay.
Almost good enough to be endgame, actually. So he doesn't have to worry about a lot of it. If he can get some random drops, he's probably good for the rest of the game.
Got it. Okay.
You usually want like about 50 for this screen, but you also want to enter the next screen like 5-1 and about 50 because you're still going to use some ammo on the boss here. And depending on the strats you go for, this is actually again a pretty heavy screen. But I expect them to shoot the spike car again. Yeah, both opting to shoot the spike car. No shame in that.
Don't go use the restroom just yet. This is coming down to the wire.
Oh, sidetrack got held up in those blocks. Look how what's
Look at this, folks. This is neck and neck.
literally that little error. It's like right back into sync. It's silly.
This like yeah, this like a frame difference right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky for Ryan, because if he dies here, I think it's a game over.
Yes. I think for both of them.
See, Ryan's going for the safe kill. That's smart. Being on top of there is substantially easier than... He's going to lose a few seconds here, but he's also not going to die.
Yeah, that would have been way too much of a time loss. Like if he dies in this next thing real quickly, that wouldn't be as... Yeah, I follow you. Okay. Folks.
No.
Oh, folks. Oh, we got the Junkyard Dave phone. Absolutely.
Hey, awesome phone. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been good. Yeah, so this is literally anybody's race, and on top of that, they're almost good enough, I would say, for endgame ammo. Around, like, maybe I would say 70 is, like, perfect for the screen, but even as low as 60, like, you don't have to worry for the most part. The only thing is you obviously can't die on Firebug. If you kind of waste a lot of ammo and die on Firebug, then you're going to be in trouble.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's a lot of ammo, because he takes a lot. He seems like the tankiest of all the bosses.
Yeah, depending on his, depending on the way that you kill him with the rhythm, he takes anywhere from 24 to like 32. Ah, the death.
No, I didn't even see that. I literally blinked for a moment there and missed it.
Yeah, he got caught up in the gear.
That's the gears. Honestly, will do that. My gosh.
Very smart little jump there by Firebug. Yeah, okay. By sidetrack at the end to avoid that.
Firebug's in this race?
That last minute flame. So the loop that sidetrack had him on the left side is actually 1 pixel.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's 1 pixel on the left side, 2 pixels on the right side.
All right, looking strong so far.
He's going for the glitch. That might actually... No. He tried, though. I appreciate that again.
Wow, great run. Come from behind. Good job there, sidetrack. Folks, get some GGs. I mean, dying on the first level the way that happened, dying in another location that I'm sure was... I don't have as memorized as all these runners do. It's intense. So let's keep on route on, though, for Ryan to finish this run.
GG sidetrack. What was that run? I don't know.
What a great firebug by Ryan there, though. Wow.
Yeah. Almost the full loop, which is good. That's again a 2-frame.
He would have done that one more jump on the left side had he... What you were just talking about, that full loop, right? He would have stayed on the right side?
Yeah, he would have just stayed completely on the right side. So Ryan also trying for the glitch. I like how these guys... a little bit too early. Alright, GG Ryan. GG sidetrack.
Nice. Woo! That was exciting, folks. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. And they never gave up, which was so cool. You can see they just went right back into it. They didn't throw their controllers across the room. This was good stuff. Wow.
Yeah. No, Batman's a very fun one.
Wow. Can we get some shout outs for these runners? Some GGs? Oh, whoa. Whew. How are we so lucky to have another nail-biting set of races with this performance coming down to the final game of the match for a victory pulled out by Sidetracked? That was exciting. Our next live event for the Dream Races will be Mad Rush March on Tuesday, March 9th at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Want to watch live? You can dream with us at twitch.tv/General Andrews. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh!